I know, because you do miss out on the interaction and the energy and yeah, just the banter and everything. You know, last time I came here, we had a ball. I remember.
Yeah.
It wasn't quite this studio; it was another studio, but it was sort of within walking distance, wasn't it?
It was literally just across the little courtyard.
Yeah.
No, we've moved up in the world.
Yeah.
We have like so many different studios. It's fantastic because
Yeah.
you know, community radio is so important.
100%.
And the government have acknowledged it, and they've kind of said, "Hey,
Yes, yeah.
how about this great big studio, and we'll help you out."
And quite rightly so. No, it's
Yeah.
a nice studio.
Well, I think, do you know what? I think the importance of radio during a pandemic, we're just talking about how everybody else has different experience of a pandemic, and there's health issues, there's loneliness issues, there's keeping work going, everybody has a completely different experience, and everybody's got different requirements and different needs. But what people have been doing is they've needed to feel as if they're part of something.
Yeah, definitely.
And community radio has helped with that. Just things that people used to love to do that they took for granted, like going to concerts.
Yeah.
It's not just, it's a pandemic, music isn't as important. It's like, no, actually it is, because music sorts people's moods out. And, you know, sometimes, I mean, I don't know about you, but my go-to thing is I need to be surrounded by people and doing something that just kind of uplifts the mind, the brain, the mindset.
Yeah.
You know, and live music is that. Comedy shows.
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
And if you know what it is that sorts you out, and I know some people, you know, they need to just go to a poetry slam and it completely deletes them. And what's your thing? What one thing, if you know that you're feeling a little bit grotty and that you're about to shout at anybody for no reason whatsoever, what's the thing that kind of brings you around?
Putting music on, going to listening to some good music. And like you were saying, in terms of live music, I mean, I'm a great fan of going out to see live music, whether be it in, I don't know, from anything from stadiums to arenas to pubs, you know, and bars and stuff. And I love live music. And I think what you're saying was so right in terms of, obviously there were a lot of important industries that were affected within the pandemic, and a lot of importance was given to them, quite rightly, like the NHS and, you know, the police and what have you. But I do think it got to a stage where the arts were considered unimportant. And obviously a lot of artists were kind of given advice to sort of, you know, retrain as something else, which, you know, I thought was quite shocking. But yeah, you know, you're exactly right. Once it got to a certain point, I think everyone realised that, you know, going to live gatherings, be it the theatre, music concerts, comedy, whatever it is, it's important for mental health. It's so is important for mental health. And like we were saying before we came on air, you know, the joy in people that are starting to be able to kind of go out now, be it the theatre or the concert, you know, or festival you were talking about. And I think people really learnt the importance of just the arts, live
we're social creatures, and we need to be sociable.
Yeah.
And the ironic thing is, when the arts were kind of getting ignored, was what was everybody doing? Watching Netflix.
Yeah.
How is that created? I mean, that was the thing, isn't it? You were going to try and complete Netflix in isolation and in quarantine.
Yeah. I mean, that's such a good point, because the sort of people we turned to just get through our days were, you know, singers, actors, actresses, you know, people in the arts. You know, people in the arts. In the absence of being able to see live stuff, we were, you know, tuning into Netflix and TV and all the rest of it. And you're exactly right. That's a good point.
Yeah, and so, you've been getting on with writing some music, producing music.
Yeah. So the last time I was here, I was promoting an album with my group, Lyrical Strangers. I nearly forgot the name for a minute, but my group, Lyrical Strangers.
Nailed it.
And I remember we announced the album, and by the time the album was out, lockdown was upon us, and none of us could see it, and it was a case of, you know, we can't do any live music now, we can't do gigs or anything like that.
Can't promote what you're doing.
Yeah, can't promote what we're doing, apart from, you know, using sort of, you know, online and media avenues. And yeah, as you said, when everything kind of stopped in that world, I just threw myself into my studio and just kept on writing, recording music, you know. So actually, in a weird way, 2020 was probably one of my most creative years, because I had so much time on my hands to just be in my studio. Be in my studio and just write, record music, and that's what I've been doing.
It just depends on how you work as well, because sometimes you just need to get on with it in a room on yourself with no distractions, and sometimes you just need someone to go, hey, did you like that? Yeah, I do. Why don't we just do it a little bit like this, and da-da-da. So there's kind of two sides to it.
You're exactly right, because there's nothing, from my experiences anyway, there's nothing like being in a studio, jamming with people, getting vibes off people, getting second opinions or third opinions. So you're right, a lot of it was just me in a studio, sometimes doing collaborations over Zoom and stuff, but it's literally but sometimes doing collaborations, you know, over Zoom and what have you. It's not quite the same, but it literally was for the last year and a half, in terms of creating music, it's been me in a studio just writing, recording music. So it's been different.
So you've just released some music, haven't you?
Well, the album, my solo album, comes out on the 17th of September, so that's what I'm promoting at the moment.
Okay, and I've got a variety of tracks.
Yeah, you have. From the album.
Do you have a favourite? I mean, I've got Funk. It's a Wonder.
Yeah.
Monster.
Well, we can kick off with Monster. Monster is the first single from the album which was released last month, so we can go with Monster.
Now tell us a little bit about that.
Monster. So Monster is a bit of a dark message. So Monster.
I love a dark message.
A dark message. Yeah. It was about domestic. It had like a bit of a domestic violence message in it, where the character I was talking about literally is a monster, and it's weird because there was no sort of real people I had in mind before anyone thinks there's some subliminal message in there. But it was just literally the narrative is a guy who's a monster in a sort of relationship with someone, and then in another relationship, a woman who's a monster. And I'm not quite sure what gave me the inspiration for the track, because it was written so long ago, but I like the track. But it's a bit of a dark message, this one. So this is Monster.
Do you like how I kept the anticipation of, are they ready? Are they ready to listen to your track? And then there it was. That was Monster by Mark Anthony. Thank you so much for letting us have a little bit of a listen to that one.
No, thanks for playing it. It was just a little track that was recorded a couple of years ago. So yeah, thank you for playing it.
So you are, it's not just Lyrical Strangers, is it, that you're a part of? There's
no, so
well.
I mean, I'm always
collecting them.
I'm always recording. That's what I do. You know, all I do is write and record music. And my two main groups are Lyrical Strangers and another group called Neither Silence. So March 2020 released an album with Lyrical Strangers. In October 2020 released an album with Neither Silence, and here I am in 2021 with, you know, my second solo album. So just keeping busy. That's all I do. I don't think I work any sort of harder than anyone else. Music is kind of what I do, so I just keep recording, writing, and some of it works, some of it doesn't, but you just keep going, really.
Hope people like it.
Yeah, hope people like it. Yeah.
If people want to find out more about you, where can they go?
Website at markanthonymusic.net, and there are links to all of the socials as well. But that's markanthonymusic.net.
How often do you have to say to people, it's Anthony, not Anthony?
Quite a few times, and I have to explain to people that I'm not J-Lo's ex either, because I'm not sure if they get.
Wish.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they get my. Well, I don't know if they get my accent and they think, oh, I wonder if he's Latin American, and you know, because my Finsbury Park accent could be mistaken for that. I don't know. But
well, there's such similarities.
Yeah, or maybe that's just me being a bit optimistic. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, Anthony. Yeah, people are like, Anthony or Anthony. I'm like, oh, it's just Anthony.
Anthony.
Yeah,
I'll go
Anthony.
with that.
Yeah. So yeah, but that's me. But yeah, I'm not JLo's ex. I'm just Mark Anthony from Finsbury Park in North London.
Yeah, she's tried, obviously.
Yeah, I'm sure she's tried to inbox me a few times and stuff.
Yeah.
I must have just not seen the messages.
Dude, get away. Leave me alone.
Yeah, I must have. Yeah,
Don't want your drama.
Don't want your drama. Don't want your drama. But yeah, and yeah, no, it's lovely being here in the south of London.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice
great.
and sunny.
Yeah. Well, it was at one point this morning, wasn't it?
I don't
know.
think so.
Oh, I don't know. Okay.
I appreciate your optimism.
That's my optimism again. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, but no, it's good to be here.
We've because it's the kids' holidays at the moment. I got my butler to let you in to the studio. And we've booked to go to Garrape afterwards.
Oh.
It's going to be a little bit wet, but.
So which one are you going to?
The Battersea Park one, because it's literally
cool.
about a minute's walk away.
Oh, cool. You looking forward to it?
Absolutely. Love it.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, one of the reasons I had kids is so that I had somebody to drag along. To
Right,
those
okay.
things. And my youngest is like, I want to go to Kuwait. You've been doing loads of stuff with my older brother. So the youngest one went on a residential trip with school. So me and my eldest, who's 14 and a half, went, cool, we haven't got the young one, let's go do some fun stuff. So we went and had steak at Gordon Ramsay's.
Oh, nice.
The corner.
Yeah.
And we did indoor skydiving, and then we did liquid leisure, which is, have you heard of like the Warrior Ninja?
Yes. Yeah.
I am covered in bruises.
Yeah.
I am that mum that literally just slams it round the side, and I kind of
So are you the sort of mum where when the kids say, all right, mum, that's it now, shall we go home? And you're like, no, we've got to do it one more time.
Mummy's driving, we leave when mummy says.
Yeah, that's right. And then you're kind of yeah. But no, it sounds good. Hopefully the weather won't be too drastic for you afterwards. But no, it sounds good.
I think we'll be fine. We've done the express one, so we're going to go around quickly because I don't
Right.
like messing around. And then we've got to go for a lunch with. a friend
Oh,
of
cool.
mine. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice day ahead then.
Yeah, and then hopefully, bing bang bosh, home by 5, pajamas by 5:30.
Oh wow.
Living the dream. Carry on working through Netflix.
Yeah. Dude, what are you watching on Netflix at the moment?
Atypical.
Oh, okay. I've never heard of it.
Have you not?
No. I have to say I'm really rubbish with television.
Too busy making music.
But during the pandemic, I kind of got into a couple of things like Power. But I think, do you remember Power? Something called Power. It was like this American kind of gangster police drugs type thing, and that's a really bad explanation. But I was about a year or two late to the party anyway.
Jonathan Ross is not.
Yeah,
he's not worried.
Yeah, Jonathan Ross. Yeah, but I watched a lot of Graham Norton. I mean, that's not quite Netflix. What else did I watch? Something called Redemption. And
Redemption.
Yeah, I watched Redemption, and to be honest, I think that, and watched lots of like documentaries about like the royal family and stuff like that. I went on a bit of a weird thing, and now.
Class watching The Crown as a documentary, or?
Actually, I watched The Crown as well. Yeah, I forgot about The Crown. I did. I forgot all about The Crown, so I watched The Crown, and but again, I felt that I was about a year or two late to the party because everyone had been watching these things for the last couple of years, and I'm there trying to talk to everyone about it, and they're like, "Change the record, Mark. We've been watching it for years."
Wow.
So yeah, the Crown. Yeah, but no, I did watch royal documentaries as well to complement all the drama in the Crown.
If you do like watching stuff about royals, and if you like a bit of comedy, please watch The Windsors.
The Windsors, I've watched The Windsors. Yeah. The Windsors is great.
Ridiculous.
Yes, I haven't seen it. Have I seen it recently? I think I saw it a couple of times in the last few months. But yeah, I remember The Windsors when that came out. God, about 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah.
Feel brilliant.
Yes, as Prince Charles. Yeah.
He's nailed it.
Windsors is cool.
Have you got any live gigs coming up?
There are some to be announced, but none confirmed at the moment. But now things are opening. I know now things are kind of opening up. There are talks. There are dates I've had confirmed, but I've just not sort of announced it yet. But no, in a couple of weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, there'll be some stuff announced involving myself and my group Neither Silence into next year. So yeah, looking forward to that. I feel that I've not performed live in so long. Well, I haven't performed live since before the pandemic. Really.
Do you get a little bit nervous?
Oh yeah. I mean, I get nervous at the best of times, but
really?
Yeah, all I can do is just try and give it some. But yeah, there will be some live stuff announced in the next two or 3 weeks. But
But people can
I'm very nervous.
make sure that they just keep informed at markanthonymusic.net.
.net, that's right.
Or on Twitter, you know.
Yeah. I mean, all of my
_official, A official.
yeah, Mark _ A official.
Yeah.
Yeah. What you said, but all my that one. But yeah, all the social medias are through my website anyway. So when I can't remember all the social media handles, I'll just say go to my website, and then all the links are there. That's my way of being lazy and cheating.
Yeah.
Really.
I think that's good. Get them to go onto the landing page, and then they can just go around and move
exactly.
about.
Yeah, because on my website that I'm indirectly now trying to plug, all
you did this intentionally. It's actually a script in front of them.
Yeah, but all of my information's on there in terms of, you know, what I'm about, my music, links to my other music projects and stuff, and music videos. So yeah, it's all there at markanthonymusic.net.
Nailed it.
Yeah, it's an informative website, so check it out.
Check it out.
Yeah.
I want to play another track.
All right, so can we play Funk? Funk is my second single that came out last Friday.
Right.
And the single was written about a night out in St. Lucia in the Caribbean. Because I just want to say, before we play the track, this whole album was written within a 2-week period whilst I was in the Caribbean in April 2019. So that was, before anything about coronavirus was even thought of or anything. And then went to the Caribbean, wrote this album, came back to England in May 2019, and just spent a month recording this album. And for the last 2 years, it's just been resting.
Oh, do you know what? But this is the thing, isn't it? So you smashed it out of the park in 2 weeks. You recorded it all in a month. Bing, bang, bosh. Nobody gets to do an album this quickly, and then someone goes, "Ha! Take this, pandemic."
Yeah, exactly. But to be fair, at that time, I was busy promoting. We were busy promoting the Lyrical Strangers album. Obviously not live, but so I don't know for what reason I recorded the album. It was just like, all right, that's recorded. At some point, we'll visit it and see what will come of it. And and then at the beginning of this year, in January, in the sort of promotion for the Neither Silence album kind of slowed down a bit, I thought, actually, I want to revisit this album that was recorded, and I just decided to put it out this summer. So but it was
in line with actually being able to do something with it.
Yeah,
as well.
exactly. But the whole album was recorded without any hint of a pandemic in mind. That was how long ago it was. And but this particular song, I remember I was on a night out in St. Lucia, and the jazz festival was on. And when I say night out, it wasn't sort of clubs and stuff. It was more kind of like bars with live music, and it was absolutely brilliant. And then the next day, I was on the balcony of the place I was staying, a hotel, and then just wrote this song. But I just want to say, this was just a one-off holiday. I don't want people to think I've got some holiday home in the Caribbean.
He was sitting there with his hat on and his nice scroll, just going, "Oh,
yeah.
darling."
I wasn't chilling out next to Mick Jagger or anything like that. This was a one-off holiday that I went on for the purposes of some sort of music stuff, and I just wrote this album and then came back. And I've not been to the Caribbean since. No one's been anywhere since. But yeah. But
and the next album's going to be written in Skegness, isn't it?
Skegness. It's called. The new album's going to be called Butlins Here We Come.
Right, let's do this. Funk. We like that, right?
Yeah, we like that. That was.
It was funky.
It was not actually a real explosion in my studio. That was just little effects that happened.
Which is good.
It is good, yeah. It is good, but yeah, I didn't have any explosion of type effects in the studio, so sorry to kill that kind of vision. But yeah, it's good. But it's good. We like an explosion.
We do.
Yes.
A good explosion.
A controlled explosion. Oh yeah. I mean, we don't like. Yeah, I'm not quite sure why I've just said we like explosions, but we like a controlled explosion in a music type way. We don't want We don't want.
I feel like you're digressing a little bit.
You mean, is that your diplomatic way of saying I'm digging a hole?
Yeah.
Yeah, we like music type explosions, not other explosions.
As in like action movies. Yeah.
Action movies, like
That's
action.
where you were going with that.
Yeah, like action movies,
Yeah.
like Die Hard, EastEnders. And things like that.
Yeah.
Yes. And the Windsors.
Do you want me to change the subject?
Yeah, can you dig me out a little bit? Dig me out.
It's
This
really
hole.
weird, isn't it? Because the more you dig yourself out of a hole, the bigger the hole gets, which means you can't get out.
Yeah, and is that sort of you looking at me thinking, yeah, I'm seeing it happen right now? Is that? Yeah, I know. So yeah, but as I was saying, the weather was really good.
I think it wasn't good.
I know it's not good.
Not great.
It's not good, but yeah.
I do want to know, right?
Yeah.
Talking about live music, we'd like to go see live music.
We do.
Soon, it's going to be up on your website saying when you're next going to be out there doing live music. But have you been to any live music, or have you got anything planned for the next month or so where you're going, oh my god, I get to see those people and I cannot wait?
Yeah, I have actually. So going to see the Gorillas in about 2 or 3 weeks at the O2.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, which will be good. There's a festival out of London in Hertfordshire called Hearts Fest, and the bands, these are kind of old school bands, but it'll be UB40, Soul to Soul, Aswad will be there.
Oh my God.
That's gonna be cool. I was supposed to see the Killers, but that's been moved to 2022 because I'm a fan of the Killers.
Okay.
And what else? And my guilty pleasure concert. Well, it's a festival, but these are the headliners, and I'm quite looking forward to it. Are All Saints? They're my guilty pleasure. Yeah. But that's all happening within the next couple of months at some points. Can't remember exactly the dates, but
it's alright, your phone will ping and tell you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. How about yourself? Because you've been all sorts of festival raving, haven't you?
Well, I mean,
recently.
One. I went to the Foodies Festival out in Winchester, and I saw Salmon for Girls, and I was just like, I just love this sitting there going, and just, I think you're amazing.
Scat of Girls are brilliant.
But it was the atmosphere. They were absolutely raring because it was the first time that they'd played live in 2 years.
Yeah.
The sun was out, everyone was happy. It wasn't packed because they limited the numbers that were going in, and everybody was just loving it. And it was that atmosphere that everybody likes about live music. It was all the favourite parts of it rolled into one, and it was absolutely stunning.
And the artists themselves must be ecstatic, absolutely ecstatic.
Happy.
Yeah, to be able to perform for the first time in a couple of years, or more for some of them.
Yeah.
What was your favourite? Sorry, I sound like I'm interviewing you now, but what's been your favourite concert ever, would you say?
I might have to have a think about that. Yeah. Give me 1 sec. What I'm going to do is, we're going to go over to the news.
Okay, we'll go over to the news.
And I'm going to tell you my favourite ever concert.
Cool.
You are listening to Riverside Radio. Welcome to the second half of today's show. We're just shooting the breeze with Mark Anthony, markanthonymusic.net. You like that?
Hello. I do like it. That's probably the most impressive announcement introduction I've ever had.
Oh, wow.
I quite like it.
Yeah.
I can get used to this.
Yeah, cool. Record it and I'll do your jingle or something.
Yeah,
I want it. So we've been playing a bit of your music, haven't we?
Yeah, we have. Yep.
We've played Monsters and we've played Funk. We're going to play another one. It's either going to be It's a Wonder or Robots. Which one do you think?
Robots. Yeah, we'll play Robots.
Because it's like...
Well, it doesn't quite go like that, and I really wish that this was visually online so they could just see that dance, because that dance was quite special.
Yeah, do you know what I really like to do is to do a dance on radio and to use air quotes on radio. I think it's really helpful for the listeners.
Yeah, it'll be brilliant. Yes. but Robots is about our screen addiction. So again, when I was on this holiday, because I feel that when I say when I was in the Caribbean, I sound like I've got some holiday home there that I pop to all the time.
And yet again, you still mentioned it.
That's yeah. That is not that is not the case. But yeah, whilst
so
I was
tell us about when you were in St Lucia on holiday in the Caribbean, writing your album.
Yeah. So yeah. On my yacht. No, I didn't have a yacht. But yeah. But I remember being on this beach, just chilling out, and I was just embracing the surroundings. There was a sunset, there was just calm seas, and I just felt that I was in the most beautiful place, and everyone around me was kind of on their phones, and I was just thinking to myself, how can you not like sort of absorb all of this? And then I wrote a song called Robots, which is just a tongue-in-cheek song about our screen addiction, as opposed to us perhaps embracing what's around us. And I guess we see we're all guilty of it, and I guess we see it everywhere, on trains and stuff. People are kind of like glued to their screens and stuff. So that was the narrative for the song. It was just about our screen addiction.
The thing is, it's really hard because we've had to use them.
Yeah.
For schooling, to keep in touch, just to kind of even find out what's going on, and it's now trying to scale it back is really hard, because it's natural. I mean, sometimes you can be sitting there and you don't even realise you've picked up your phone and you've been scrolling for the last 20 minutes. It's ridiculous.
Well, let's face it, the reality is, if we walked out with nothing but our phone for like a day, you could probably get by, because it does everything, doesn't it? You can pay for stuff, I'm sure at some point in the future, I'm sure it's happened already, you can probably open doors with your phone through some sort of fob device. Of course you can. Yeah. God, I'm showing my age, aren't I? Hazel just showed me up there. But I knew that. Of course I knew that. And just testing. You can probably open some cars, using your phone and stuff, I'm sure. And it can do everything. You do your banking on there, you listen to your music on there, you can watch your whatever you want to watch. Yeah, so it is.
The other thing is, if it runs out of battery, you suddenly go, oh man, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, that's the thing. You literally feel that you're just stranded.
Yeah.
You're just stranded. I mean, I have been stranded when I haven't had my sort of phone before.
Well, I do I'm a huge fan of, like, when I go on holiday with my kids.
Yes.
Because I don't need my phone, because I don't need to worry about if something happens, because they're with me.
Yes,
It's not like, other times, I mean, it's annoying, like, oh, why are you looking at your phone when you're out at dinner? I'm like, because of my kid's phone.
Yeah.
I need to know.
Because
they're at that age now where they don't need a babysitter, but they need to be able to get in touch with me.
Yeah.
And it really is a toughie. And occasionally I am like, right, no phones. We stick to it. There are no phones are allowed out.
Yes.
Dinner tables, things like that. It's just an absolute no. And especially when they were younger, they've always come out to dinner with me, because I've always just wanted, I very rarely even got babysitters.
Yeah.
If we're going out, they come with me. Occasionally it used to happen. Yeah. But the rules are, you sit and have dinner, you chat to the adults. If the adults want to stay kind of drinking, or it's, it's a weekend and we're staying out past 9 o'clock, then sit there with your earphones on and watch a movie.
Yeah.
Perfectly fine, because it's compromised.
Yes.
Sunday lunches, we go to the bookshop, we buy books. And I remember this woman coming up to me. We're in LA, and there it's like stupidly tech everywhere. And we were having a dinner, and because we don't allow our tech out of the table, this woman came up to me and said, I'm not going to do the accent because I'm terrible, but she's just like, I'm sorry, I had to come over and just say, it's so nice to see a family actually chatting to each other at the table. I've not seen it in years. And I went, oh,
yeah, and that's right. Yeah, that is right.
And I was just like, I find it a bit bizarre, but she's just like, I just thought I'd say, yeah, you. I was like, going, sure, to be honest.
Yeah. And I guess I was speaking about this the other day, and I guess it's a generational thing, but I'm still quite pleased that I grew up in the era of, if you wanted to sort of see your mates whilst growing up, you'd have to go around to their house and knock for them, and I guess more and more now, and it's just times have changed, more and more now, I imagine kids may not even see each other that much because they're all kind of doing online gaming and stuff like that. But you know, we had to get past the really strict mothers when we knocked the door. And it's like, you know, can Michael come out to play? It's like, it's doing his homework.
People actually get offended if you rock up at their door unannounced.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm very old school like that. People will come over and there's constantly people just not helping themselves, you know, coming in and going on. They're like, oh my God, what's going on? I'm like, I refuse to be that person that doesn't allow people to just jump in. I don't like it. Also, I do have a Ring doorbell, and if I don't want them to come in, they don't.
Makes sense.
Although I might have given the game away. Must not say things out loud on live radio.
But yeah, no, I do really like that. The notion of, you know, how things were back in the day, and I'm sure that our parents looked at our generation and there were things we did. It was like didn't happen like that in our day. So I guess it's a generational, you know, thing really. But I do try consciously, and it is hard to live outside of my phone as much as possible, but it is hard, and especially more probably, as you were saying, more so for you because, you know, you've got kids and stuff.
Well, I've got kids, and a lot of my work is through social media. It is all online. But my other show, that's a book show, they always say to me, can we send you a PDF of our book? And I'm like, no, I need a paperback, hardback. And only in extreme emergencies.
Cool.
Will I accept the electronic version? And I said, I'm not being funny, it's just I will read it. If it's in paperback, if it's on the PDF, if it's on Kindle, anything like that, the notifications come up. It's so easy to stop at the end of a chapter, to go in, quickly do your emails. I'd rather put it all down. And I want to limit that as much as possible. So most people now, most PR people, they know, send me a book and I'll read it. Otherwise,
that's a really good notion, actually. Yeah, it's good.
And do you know what? There's something a little bit kind of retro and quite uplifting when you're on public transport and you see somebody reading a book. Yeah. It's like, I mean, I will be on my phone, I will be on my iPad sometimes, but it's that thing of when you look, everybody's just face down at screens, and I'm just like,
and that's what Robots is about. That's what Robots.
Should we play it?
Should we play it? Go on, let's play Robots.
Let's do this. We are living like robots. Although I don't think my brain works as well as a robot. They're a bit more kind of, you know, on point. My brain goes off on a tangent all the time. Yeah,
I think my brain, if I was a robot, it would start the day by needing to get a few screws tightened and needs to put some oil to get me kind of into the day and charge the battery up a little bit. And then after a couple of hours, the engineer would say, I think you should be all right today.
Have you turned it on and off again?
But they'll say, I think it will be all right. Let's just see how it go. If he starts flagging about, you know, 2 p.m. or something, and he, you know, just make sure he slows down a little bit, and we'll pump him up again.
Do you know what? If you're a robot though, shouldn't you be charging overnight?
True. Yeah, true.
You're never going to make it.
I know. I'm not. Yeah. So you're saying that I can't be an engineer then? Because with that sort of knowledge, do you think I should probably leave it?
I think you should stick to writing music.
I'll stick to writing music then. I'll stick to writing music. I will not be back here saying I'm Dr. Mark Anthony because I've got a doctorate in engineering.
Yeah.
I'll just stick to being Mark Anthony.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Nailed it.
Nailed it. It's all good. It's all good. What sort of robot would you be, do you think?
Oh, what kind of robot would I be? Oh yeah, and I didn't answer the question about the concert either, did I?
Oh no, you haven't.
I would be, well, it'd have to be like a kind of, like a Matt Gold.
Right, okay. Yeah. Matt Gold robot, yeah.
And I'd be like, imagine like the Phoebe from Friends version of a robot.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Have you got that in your brain?
Yeah. I'm trying to think of the personality traits. So
just be like kind of fun, kooky, like knows exactly what she's up to, but you know.
Yeah.
No, maybe not Phoebe. Phoebe.
Phoebe was cool though.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I mean, there'll be so many robots that just go out there going, yeah, computer says no.
Yeah.
Annihilate.
I think you'd be a funky, quirky robot.
I would like to be slightly different.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So look at a load of robots and I want to be the one like miles away just going, hiya!
Cool. Yeah.
I love.
Yeah.
So we're talking about my favourite concert.
And your favourite concert,
and then
yeah.
I completely forgot to answer the question and I really apologise.
It's alright.
I would have said I think Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga?
Yeah, because it was Twickenham, you're down on the ground as well, and she's just spectacular.
Cool. I imagine that must have been quite a loud show in terms of like the visuals and the effects and her dresses and
but it's everything,
costumes.
Isn't it? She's a performer. There are some people out there that have got fantastic voices and then they just sing and you just go, wow, that was mesmerising and lovely, whereas she just like bashes it out
it's
the
just
park.
it's like an extravaganza, isn't it? Her concerts.
And because it was like in Twickenham at Twickenham Stadium, it was like 10 minutes to walk home.
Yeah, see?
Quickly grab a bottle of something.
But I thought you'd just save on the ticket and just stick your head out the bedroom window or something and, you know.
I would have done.
But you wouldn't have been able to see it.
I wouldn't have been able to see it, and it's slightly different atmosphere that someone bought with the tickets as well.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
It was good. I liked
it. Good.
Cool. Anyway, it's now 11:20.
Yeah. I've got to kind of let you get on with the show and stuff.
It's been lovely having you here, catching up with you, finding out what's going on.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks
listening to some of your tracks, you telling us repeatedly that you've been to St. Lucia. If it helps, I'm going to the Dominican Republic in October.
Oh well, I'm immediately jealous of that. I've not been to the Dominican Republic.
Me neither.
Nah, it'll be amazing. Go there and write an album. Or write a book. Books is your thing. Write a book, yeah.
Well, I've half written a book. I want to go and finish it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, taking the ambience of the Dominican Republic.
I will indeed.
Yeah.
Well, the kids kind of, we'll all sit there, just leave our tech.
That's it.
In the room, and we're just going to go, don't rob me. I'm not telling you where I'm going. It's silly. I had way too much coffee this morning. I'll let you know about the book. You can come back and you can interview me on my show about my book.
Yeah. No, 100%. No, but thank you for having me on the show. And it's been great as always. And it's been emotional and educational.
It has, hasn't it? Don't be a stranger. Come back in a little bit.
Yeah.
Obviously, pandemic permitting.
Yeah, of course.
Best of luck on the 17th of September.
17th of September, A History of the Future in Music is the album name, and it's out on the 17th of September. You can pre-order it now on iTunes.
And you can pop onto markanthonymusic.net.
Correct.
Sweet!
Yeah.
Right. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. I'm going to play a little bit of Chainsmokers, a bit of Paris.
Cool.
You like it?
Take care. Yeah. Let's do it.
Cool.